Guess what I found in a barn?
Barn find time on 3 old tech dudes.
It's just a little dirty.
Oh.
It's all right.
It's barn life, man.
It'll buff. It's fine.
It'll buff out. Yeah. A little duct tape, Bondo, new case. Coming up. What's down here? Man, that's a wreck. Look at that thing.
Oh gosh.
Let's get that out. Let's talk about this.
It looks dirty.
Nathan's pretty proud of this one.
So this is the thing I found in a barn.
Oh.
And it is ugly. Maybe.
Are we gonna retrobrite or what?
Well, I don't actually think it needs retrobriting. However, it does.
The color does look proper.
It
really dirty.
Needs some major cleaning, and a few parts are cracked. So I'm gonna.
And missing. So what we got here?
So
this is an Atari 400 computer.
Yeah, with a cartridge.
Yeah, absolutely. What cartridge we got?
This is
it the
Star Raiders?
Star Raiders. That's the killer app of this machine. Actually, they say it really is.
So yeah, this was literally found in a barn on a shelf. And my uncle's looking at me going, well, yeah, I don't know, I picked it up at some point. I'm like, when did you? I've never seen this thing before. Clean this thing out, clean that barn out. I helped him put stuff in that barn. I don't know where this came from.
Right.
I don't know if he found this. I mean, it kind of looks like he found it on the side of a road. But
or in a dumpster.
Yeah, our dumpster.
The RF cable is correct still.
The plastic, the top case plastic will need to be replaced because it's missing some major pieces. But it looks like everything else is actually there. All the buttons appear to be there. The circuit boards look right. And it'll need that flip up top case piece. But
because on these, that's actually the power button, I think. I'm not sure. You probably rig around it, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the funny thing is, you can buy the cases for these. There's a guy 3D printing them now.
Oh,
so
great.
Because the bottom, I think, is fine. I don't think, well, there's chip out of this one, but I think I could probably make that work with some just epoxy or something. But I don't know. I tried to find the rest of the case pieces. They're gone.
Yeah.
The fact that this thing was sitting in a barn for maybe 15, 20 years. I have no idea.
Maybe longer. Yeah.
The fact it's still there is hilarious. And he didn't have a power supply for it, so I'm going to have to find a power supply for this. So this is one of those things that we're going to have to do as a video to clean it up, or upload it or whatever, and then we'll upload it to our channel here. So yeah, this is one of those that it is a scary looking thing, but the fact that I got this for free.
Oh yeah. Spectacular.
And I wanted, as a kid, this is one of the computers I wanted to have, and I never got. Well, now I have one, and I need to clean it. Really bad. Really bad. But it's not in too bad a shape, honestly. I think all the electronics are all there. The critical stuff is still, like the ribbon cable here, is not ripped. Oh, there's that one. Yeah. They're still together. So I don't think it's been chewed up by mice or anything, which is nice, because I honestly thought it would be, but I don't even see.
I think it's been dropped or something though, but
probably has. So it might have cracked.
But I don't think that's a physical. I mean, I don't think it's probably. This Atari stuff is so well built that I found an Atari 2600 in the dump years ago, full of ants and mud. Seriously, it had been rained on.
Oh,
I took it home and used electro contact cleaner, took it all apart, and I even cleaned under the pins on the 3 chips, and that thing came up working and still works today. I found that in like 2001.
That's
it's still one of them I actually use. So
nice. Yeah.
It was a lot worse than this at work, so I imagine this probably works. So it just needs a clean up. So
we'll find out. Well, and this is one of those things I just wanted to kind of get. I'd always wanted one of these, like and a few other computers from my youth, and this is one of the ones that I saw, but I never could afford.
This is one of the 3 forerunners to the 800XL Atari computer we showed off in our very first full-length video. So.
Yeah, so this I remember seeing this and the Atari 800. First version on the shelf at the same time.
Sure, yeah, they sold them together. This was the lower price version. Yep.
At like Toys R Us or something like that. And it was one of those that I was like, wow, that'd be neat to have one like that. It looks so cool and everything else. Yeah. Well, now I have one. Now I just have to clean it.
Yeah, I just need a little love.
I need a little love. So we're gonna try and get a video together here one of these days of getting this thing cleaned up, and we maybe do some mods to it. I know there's a few mods to take and give you AV out
Component.
component out rather than just a channel 3, so it can hook to a bit more modern TV. But we'll see if we can get this thing up and running here and find the parts to make it not be ugly. I think honestly a good cleaning would be a good start. And like I said, I literally just got this stuff out of my trailer
or his trailer
today for the video. So I've got a lot of things like that. So that's a fun one. That's I was shocked when that was. I was
that's a good one to find. And the cartridge itself, even it's even harder to find the cartridges. It seems like they're pretty solid. They have metal backs. I always thought it was interesting about the computer series.
They're really cool looking cartridge.
Yeah, they had good shells on them. They're a lot better than the game console versions. So label's a little flaky, but it can be glued down. So.
I just love that back.
Yeah, the back is
Atari. That's just really nice looking.
A Warner Communications Company. That's what it was.
Probably owned by Disney now.
They sold it because it was hemorrhaging money in 1984.
Well,
like $1 million a day at one point or something.
Oh wow!
So, it was bad. Atari's fall was spectacularly huge.
Wow.
Yeah, they sold that thing like it was on fire because it was. They split it between the computer and home consoles and the arcade divisions and sold them separately. So.
It's sad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of my youth.
There we go.
Anyway, that's a fun one. So I've got some other stuff here.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We might just go through barn stuff.
I found I guess. Found a box of vacuum tubes.
Not much to say, but man, I kind of wish I brought my Syncor tube tester. We start testing them. There you go. We'll just give that a shot.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Lots
so
of
I've got a lot of tubes. Some of them are new in the box.
Yeah, oh, look at that. It's a 1940 Zenith Loctal tube.
Here's
Loctal, that's what they call that base.
Westinghouse tubes. Fun. So there's a lot of tubes in this thing. There's some other pieces too. This is actually something. That's an oscilloscope probe.
This is a horizontal output tube for a television set.
Yeah. Probably a lot of these are. This is an older one.
Yeah.
So a couple of the things I found were some original Apple keyboards. So these are all my barn finds. So I got some high density 3.5 discs.
Nice.
A frequency counter. I have no idea why he had this stuff. I still don't. Just kind of funny. And I've got like 3 or 4 of these.
Are those from the iMac era, the all-in-one multicolored?
These are, I think so, but this was actually from the G3 Tower. But I'm pretty sure the iMacs had these too, because these are the ones that are like the blue.
Yeah, that's what made me think that.
Yeah, the translucent blue. So these are USB. I still got USB ports on the side of these, which is really handy. Which is kind of attached to a big pile of stuff right now. I'll figure that out. But all these keyboards, they're just really, really dirty. But I want to see if I can restore these keyboards and actually make use of them, because I have a Mac at home that would love this. I may comically take one of these to work. Just to see.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. A Diablo CD. I didn't know he played games. But the CD's in there.
That's cool.
But it's a 95 CD. But so I have one of these. I now have like 3 of these. I don't know why I have 3 of these. I bought one originally. And then I came about one because a friend of mine was getting rid of all his old games. So he's like, here, have a Diablo disc. And then my uncle hands me this. It's another one. So I have 3 of these.
Quite popular.
Yeah, apparently. A piece of glass. Yeah, I have no idea. It's another box of stuff. But I think and there's some Apple mice, but those are kind of really not useful anymore. Plus, a couple of oscilloscopes, which I don't know if they work.
Oh yeah, that was one of the things we were going to plug in and see if it smoked.
We'll try. Let's see if it does. So the on-off is where? Oh, there's off.
You don't want to just plug it in and turn it on?
No, I want to flip the switch.
I like how Justin jumped.
I almost died.
Afraid of it.
So if I can get this to come up, that'd be great.
Come on, I want it to go. This is an oscilloscope.
Yeah, so
It does oscilloscope things.
You don't
Because
say.
I haven't learned much about them yet. You can see
all right,
waveforms
so-
and stuff with them.
yeah, so there's a grid on the front of
I
this.
suppose it's showing up better on video than it is in person.
That's funny.
Good camera. I invested well. Come on, he's the one that used to be the bench tech. He'll get it done.
Oh, hey, look at
Better
that.
focus.
Ooh.
If we get it brighter, it'd be great. That's as high as it goes. Okay, so if you get a
Get a little signal.
louder signal there, it's a little bit better. DC. So, okay, what you do is that you can look at waveforms with it. And you set your volts per division, and this is your sweep range. So this is your volts per division. This is your basic one, so it only gives you a couple of them. And then you've got your adjustments for that position of where it goes. So typically you would start, you know, it depends on what you're trying to see. But if you set it to DC, it can actually tell you DC volt levels too, which is really neat.
okay.
Now, without running across something to use as a detection device, such as a resistor in line with something to give you volts across the known resistance, to get current, it really can't usually see current level.
That
But
makes
it-
sense.
But it tests voltage levels and it can see waveforms quite well.
He looks like he knows what he's doing.
Well, I have used, oh, that's fine. It's been a while, but I have actually used one. Okay, these probes are really hinky.
Well, it did come out of a barn.
Yeah,
been
so
bug
it's a
bombed.
barn thing. But the tube is running.
Yeah, it's
The sweep is running.
pretty sure it's, if it's not completely functional, it won't take much to get it there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking cleaning.
Yeah.
I do know where this came from, though. I do know where these came from.
Oh, really?
So they were throwing these out of the science department, and that's where these came from.
Okay, like at the schools or something?
Yeah, so they were just wanting to get rid of these things.
Okay.
So this is one of them. I have a whole nother one here. So just in case we need a second, M2. So let's see if we'll smoke test.
Filmography. I'm going to be the camera guy now. Okay. This is actually a very interesting angle.
Yay, no fire.
No fire.
That'll explode. 3 YouTubers killed by detonation. That was actually brighter.
Oh, hey, that looks nice.
Yeah, that's more what I was expecting to see.
So let's see if we can get the focus to be.
Because most of those are usually pretty bright.
Yeah. I think the problem with this one may just be the fact
I wonder if it's just the pot that's goofy. It could be even capacitors goofy.
Well, like you see the noise in it as I'm doing it. So
Yeah,
that's
oh yeah. That's the same as the crackling noise on an old stereo. Except
Yeah.
visuals when you're out there. Yeah.
Except you haven't died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't die.
No, we didn't. Yeah, see? It's-
Poor Timmy.
I like how much you guys are jumping without loud noises when you turn these on and stuff. Like Nathan does full, or Justin does full. Sit back, well, it was going to kill us.
Hey, I saw you almost die
looky
once.
there.
That was enough.
That one's actually got some signal.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at that.
there's nothing more gorgeous than a good oscilloscope.
So,
you know?
I didn't have tone. Sometimes these would have a test pattern signal that you could that you just clip on.
It's kind of neat. It's like that hum when you touch a
Yeah, this
open
is-
mic wire or something.
Well, that's
with your
exactly what
fingers.
it is. Yeah, it's
that's really
picking
cool.
up- that's
It's so neat that
60
that's a
something.
visual illustration of that. you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah, so if I put it around a cord in here, so it's just picking it right off the AC line cord.
you know, this segues into a video we're doing here in a bit, actually. So, or I'd like to, with what I was going to show you. So
Yeah.
that might be the coolest thing in the barn right there.
Yeah, and the
I-
fact that they actually still turn on and work and
Yeah.
didn't catch fire, that's a good thing. We have a motto, fire bad.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's like in the house. You know. We have a fire pit. That's fine.
This is going to be an editing
And these
challenge.
things, yeah. Part of it.
Okay.
And you, oh wow. Yeah.
Smell like barn still?
Well, you can smell it heating up. That stinks. But of course, I also had, I showed this a little bit, but I also have 3.5 inch discs because everyone has to have some 3.5 inch floppies.
Oh.
And this one is Microsoft Windows for Workgroups 311.
You can't have a box of floppies without a copy of Windows 3.1.
You know, I may have.
That's like literally a thing.
I may have some 3.5-inch floppies if you'd like some more.
I don't want nothing to do with your floppy.
I've got. I think I even have. Easy there.
Oh my!
That evil laugh had a good echo to it.
I think I even have the one of the plastic cases that you used to.
Oh yeah, I have one of those too.
To store said
I've had it so
discs
long
in.
I bought it new.
Yep.
What we got here? We got a frequency counter.
No, I don't think. I'm feeling the power supply on this may have died. See if that turns on.
Okay. Weird noises.
Yeah, I hear buzzing.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a healthy power supply, does it?
No, I'm thinking the power supply on this thing's fried because
Make sure to have a power supply.
Unplug it.
Wonk, 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 wonk.
No, I'd say the caps on this are shut.
Yeah. I'm not even 100% sure it's the right power supply for it.
No
It might
shot.
It's a 12 volt
Anyway,
AC out. That's just
it's a
weird.
12 volt AC. Everyone's
So it
always
wouldn't be
see
any
that.
faster.
Yeah.
It's just a noisy transformer. Is that what it says it takes?
Well, since we're at the bench here, you know, we never do much fixing on 3 old tech dudes.
This is power.
It says power.
Yeah.
So let's just ask the power supply what it's doing, huh?
Got there.
Let's just ask it. I got one too. We come with all kinds of tools. We usually just talk. We actually do know how to work on some things. See what our.
I can't believe it doesn't say, you know.
You said it's AC. Yeah.
It doesn't. It just says power.
Yeah, it just says
Says
power
power.
on it.
So that thinks it should be giving you 12 volt AC out.
Fire it up.
Oh,
It's
my.
showing 13.8 AC. It's stable. It's just noisy.
The whole thing feels like it's vibrating.
Yeah, it's probably about to go, but it is giving
Yeah.
output of 13.8 AC.
Yeah.
So
And you were assuming that that's correct.
that seems like a high. That seems like it could almost be out of tolerance voltage-wise, though. No, that high. So
Well, it's just floating though. So unless it's got something chewed through the cable,
Yeah, I didn't-
let's just plug it in and see if it comes on.
Oh, we just did that.
Well, I mean, is there a switch turned?
Oh, I don't know.
I couldn't find one, but I didn't look very closely.
Pull on.
Oh, there we go.
That might help.
Gotta turn it on, Tammy.
Oh, hey.
Look at that.
All right, so what you got here is a frequency counter
Yeah. So
with a scary, questionable power supply. So,
yeah.
where'd that HT go?
It's off to the side somewhere.
What's it go to up in frequency?
Oh, gosh.
Turn it off for a second. What's it say it goes to?
That's the gate time I was changing.
It's got megahertz. Oh, it's got a pretty high range. So that catches fire.
I'm sure it's fine.
So what a frequency counter does,
Please not catch fire, please.
it should actually detect transmit output in some cases. We may need probes on it. I have a Davis Electronics one that I always have to put a wire on one of the BNCs for it to work.
It says no.
It does say no. Plus the power supply literally buzzes like a fluorescent light.
No
Sure, it's
doubt.
fine. I'm sure it's fine.
So I'm gonna trim it here
So they can hear that.
Yeah, it is noisy.
Ridiculous.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is.
14613, that's the transmit. So the thing works.
KB9 GMU testing.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's got single power level
Oh,
too.
it does? I have not seen one like that. Oh, yeah, I'll show you how strong it is. Oh, that's a neat signal. That's a neat frequency counter. I just got to come up with a less frightening power supply.
It's just a really scary power supply.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
It's humming like it's going to explode and catch fire. Although honestly, if it's just AC, then it's just a transformer in this thing.
Yeah,
There's no
the transformer.
other components to explode like capacitors.
Right.
So it's probably just
No voltage
delaminated.
regulator. So.
No, so it's probably literally just delaminated.
Yeah.
So that actually works. That's pretty cool. Because that really just needs cleaned. And a new, well, maybe I'm going to fix that. I could relaminate it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the barn finds. I had several of them. We'll just put all those together. Again, you know, we'll figure this thing. We're still trying to figure this whole thing out. So we got a lot of those barn finds. Anyway, the keyboards and the computer and the
vacuum tubes and oscilloscopes.
You know, tons and tons of stuff.
It was a great barn.
It was a good barn.
Really good barn.
I wish I could find a barn like that.
Yeah, no doubt. You just need another like that. Have this.
right.
Puts
Need a
who
lot of
knows
good
what into a barn and
Uncles with
keeps it
barns. That's not creepy at all.
I'm gonna be that guy that has the barn full of
Are you?
tech junk.
Yeah, you probably will. Thing is, I will be too, so it's all good. So, until next time, I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Nathan. We're all three old tech dudes. We're old. I never can get that right.
Old tech dudes.
I will figure this out eventually. I swear. See y'all later.
See ya.
Later.
What else do we want to do next? You want to go over one of the scary barn finds that was funny to see?
Yeah.
There? Like, I couldn't believe it was sitting in a